them all wicked. All these wicked people. I don't know why always be running on these politicians and praising these people don't really care. Look at the price of education in terms of buying supplies and school books in this country. We now come out of a pandemic, all they put nothing really in place. Big function the other day for youth. All they don't really care. Miss Minister, you really care? What really going on with all there? If all is so want these youth to come out of crime and to be something, only make it easier to educate for them to get education. Yes, it's free, but the supplies and the books for it is so expensive. It come like it ain't free. What going on with all they do better than this? Not just this government, past governments too. But just now, you can't send a child to school because you can't buy the books, you can't buy the uniforms. Some of these schools, they're ridiculous with the prices for uniforms and things. What really going on with all here? All it have real poor people in this country still enough. Despite all this, all the facts, it still have poor people. And all they're not making no kind of consideration for the less fortunate. Mothers crying. These books prices and supplies is too expensive. All it needs to put something in place to stop this from keep going up. So that people have multiple children can hand down. You can't hand down a book. I said that book's just wasting because these editors changing 1 and 2 page. This is ridiculous and all they have to put a stop to it. All they studying everything else. Everything else. And all in this country protesting for everything else. But all them protesting for this. This is the youth. This is the youth. We got to make it easier to educate the youth. All they see what's going on. You see what's going on in the murders. All you see what's going on. Come on, man. All they do.
Yeah, Heavy.
Yep.
So, you see it.
Yeah, so that
it really like that, right? And I only play that because one thing in there catch me.
What's that?
When he said the editors changing 2 line and 3 line or 2 page and 3 page in the book and it's a whole new book and you have to go out and buy that book. That is not the same book that they used last term. How we as a government allowing that so the bookstore will make money.
Not only the bookstore, the editors and them too. You need to understand is a feed my friends and finances and family business, you know. Let me ask you a question, TC. Since me and you went to school, or since we parents went to school, or since the beginning of school and education, did much change?
No.
1 and 1 is still 2, 2 and 2 is still 4, as far as I know.
Division is still long division.
Yeah, everything is same the way.
Yeah, the further you go into it,
it's the same thing.
Same thing.
Did the alphabet change?
No.
So why the books that me and you use to teach us how to read and write, why we try and can't use it today? Why it has to change? Why every year we have to get a new edition of maths or a new edition of English? Why the same West Indian reader or the same Republic reader can't teach we same children today how to read and write and how to count? Why the same mathematics made simple can't use for them same children from we time? What's the difference?
I really don't.
What is the difference? Because here why? You paying for a book to teach a child how to read or write or maths or whatever the case will be, whatever subject they're going to, right? And you checking 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different books, and every year, the schools are getting a book list from a syllabus from the ministry.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you can't blame the schools. The schools go by what the ministry said to use. Right? What I want to know now is who giving the ministry the list?
Wow.
You see how far the racket going?
Yeah.
Right? Suffice to say, let me show how this is so heart-wrenching. And every parent in Trinidad and Tobago should stand up for this. Just what MCW say. We living in a time in 2022, right? That we in this country, right, probably about only out of 25 or 30 countries in the world still using books. Since 2013, I come here on this show with Piper Ghost and on right on this station and spoke about a school in New Zealand, where they don't use books. The whole school digitalized. Every child coming with a tablet or the laptop or the computer, and every time everybody had a phone rampant like this. Right? And you go to the school with your laptop or your tablet, the work is on a digitalized board, so you don't have no chalk, no marker, no nothing.
Right.
They give you the subject to type in, you type it in, and it coming up on your laptop. You're doing your work on your laptop and you submit it to the teacher, and the teacher correct it and send it back a mark. You understand? And everything is in front of you. And if there's a book to be read from, you're going to download the book in the book website. You understand? That the school provide, and you do the work from the book, so you read the book on your laptop or your screen. You don't have to buy no book, right? And the reason why they did that, they're trying to stop the use of paper. Right?
Yeah, so they cutting down the trees.
Trees and thing will be a thing of the past.
Yeah.
Why in 2022, in an advanced world, we still buying books and stationaries and pencils and copybook and all kind of thing? There's a new school that opened somewhere, I think it's in Kuva and Shogunas, that come from India, that digitalize.
Right here in Trinidad.
Right here in Trinidad. No books, no pencil, no pen, strictly digital everything.
I feel selling dreams.
I will get the video for you.
I feel start a lot.
You know what? I lying because you know why? I watch it on Stephen Reed's show the morning on Breaking Dawn. And I was shocked and I say, wow.
Right
this is a
Trinidad.
It's not a public school, eh?
It's a private school.
It's a private school.
But it's a school in Trinidad.
Yes.
That is digitalized.
Correct.
They're using, let me say 90% of their things is
it's
online.
Computer, online, everything. Teaching everything.
Okay.
Right? They don't have blackboard, they have a screen projector.
A projector, right.
Yeah,
and they would.
And teacher will teach you from that and onto your devices. Each desk have a plug to plug in your thing. You plug in your device, you make sure it's always charged and everything.
Right, and you have internet in the school.
Internet in the whole school. You understand to show how thing it is.
And that is an easy,
that is
an easy thing to get internet into the school for all the classes.
Correct. You understand? But here it is. In 2022, we have a book mafia still happening in Trinidad and Tobago. And I spoke about this already. How the hell I can buy a book this year?
And next year the same book, it cannot be used.
I can't get my next child the book who come and they go to the next school.
Yeah, and
so
right behind.
Back books.
The child that is going from standard 3 to standard 4.
Right behind.
Right behind your standard 4 child who now came out of standard 4 cannot.
But this is it.
And this is why I remember I said that. I said, why is it not possible for they to have like school close the first month, which is from the ending of July or July to August, right? That July month, have a kind of parent day that the parents bring in all the school, they bring all the children books in school, and the children that going up could come and buy the books.
Well, that was the zoo. People say, okay, we bring in books. People say, okay, the books are all these books here, what books are doing, what they're doing there.
Yeah, let me just come.
People give it to the school. Sometimes they say, you only need 2.
The school only using back 1.
1.
Out of 7 books. Yeah.
Book. But these books just used last year, like they're like new because everybody's covered the book with
yeah, nice, yeah. Everybody covering the books
like
now.
New.
Right.
And no, we're not using that book again this year.
Why?
Because I knew edition.
Why?
A new edition. As the man said, 2 pages changing in it. The man is doing this year I go change the first 2 pages, next year I go change the second 2 pages, third year I go change the next 2, and so you keep going on as a new edition. And he make money. The whole making the money.
Wow.
It come like this, right?
The amount of things that's so depressing in this.
Yeah, I'm telling you about this. And they allow it to happen. Our government allow it to happen. It's always been a book mafia. The bookstores are to make money. The books, editors are to make money. Everybody had to eat. Right? And the books and them are so expensive.
Yeah. The books and them expensive.
Almost $160, $80, $125, $170, $200, $300 for a book.
You talk, you getting book for $60 and $80 and thing?
After I play on St. James, I check them.
$60 for what? Not secondary books?
Nah, primary school I dealing with right now.
You talking, boy, even when the child reach like standard 4, standard 5.
Yeah.
Well, standard 4, they does repeat the books in standard 5 most of the times, right? Boy, them book at 300, 2 something.
And my daughter books who go in secondary school. One of the books is about 5 something.
But they were telling you that like $3,000 in book and thing.
You telling me? Let me get a joke to you, see. The most expensive, I ain't saying an expensive book. But what I find too expensive right now, why is school pants so expensive?
But school pants and school shirts.
$250 at Levi's?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't buy $250 jeans for myself.
Yeah.
My son's school pants are $250. And the shirt is $65.
Yep.
$65 for a school shirt?
Yeah.
You see? In 2022? No. That ain't making no sense. That ain't making no sense. Something I to give.
You have to give. You have to give. You have to give them your money. That is why it is heavy. And for people who still want to believe in you so believe in your party, there's nothing about party, but
correct. It's not even about party.
This is about your children, because a UNC person and a PNM person are going to pay the same price.
I try to tell them that many times. But it is
foolish. A UNC and a PNM person are going to pay the same price to the book.
And they try and go to the same school?
And they try and go into the same school.
That'll pay?
A ILP, same price.
A PDP?
PDP, same price. You can't go and show your party card and get a discount.
No.
Sorry, no. No party card discounting ain't happening when it comes to the books, no. And who does have the hardest when it comes to the books? Who does have the hardest?
People can't afford.
Thank you.
And coming out of pandemic, when people lost their jobs, didn't get back no work. I, for one, was saying the government should inject some kind of programs in place to create employment in the country, and yet still to this day,
you still believe in that?
Give me one.
You still believe in that?
If I believe in what?
In that the government should inject, and I throw that out the circle.
So what is the
you still? I hear you saying that since the pandemic put money into the economy, so the economy will start to move.
Yeah.
And when the economy start to move, it will then generate funds, and when people start to spend, you understand?
Yeah,
it go heat up the economy.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. You understand? I heard you saying that a while now. And come on, Evie. Waste of time. You still believe in that? I do believe in that. I do believe in that.
So you can't have a little hope, boy, TC, boy?
Nah, no thanks.
Nothing? So we go open the lines and we get some calls on this before we go for the break. Get them the number, so call 3420081. That's 3420081.
Well, most people might don't have the school books and they may studying that and they don't care. They just walk in. Because remember, half a chair that win the lotto last week. Yeah, you didn't win?
No.
Well, I thought we were rich. You understand? So we didn't have to study that again. You understand? 342-008-177-117-91 or 466-5391. That's the numbers right there. You can take part in the conversation if you like. We are here, locked on and waiting for your call. So you can call us now. You understand? Have you said there is some sort of book mafia going on? I just think that they don't care.
But it is, TC.
I just believe that, frankly, they just don't care. Frankly, yeah. I don't believe in that book market. I just think that they just don't care.
They just don't care.
They don't care. It don't matter to them because...
You know, I was having a conversation with Ghost the other day, and I said, Ghost, I think, hear me, I said, Ghost...
It gets so reckless now that it's not even a mafia to me. It's just that they don't care.
Sit down in the night and study how to screw you over the next day.
Not every... I'll tell you some after. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yeah, good afternoon.
I must commend you guys for showing up every Saturday and trying to get the wagon to pull straight on issues.
Thank you so
on
much.
this school books problems, we know that there is a problem, and it is quite clear that there seem to be some people whose head is stuck in the sand. The library is obsolete now because it's right there on the phone.
Thank you.
The Encyclopedia Britannica that auntie and uncles used to be making monthly payments on, totally obsolete now. Throw it out of the house and get rid of the whole big bookshelf and all kind of things.
Thank you.
Makes no sense.
Correct.
Right? Auntie and uncle, only get all the head out of the sand. We used to have to learn how to multiply 250 times 612. These children do not need it anymore. They just need to know how to go and apply themselves and put in a number on a machine and get the answer.
Thank you. We had to actually do it.
It is time we start asking and letting the young people know that in spite of your circumstance, right, what you have to do now is you have to pay attention to what is going on around you, understand what are the needs of your community, whether it's in recycling or in whatever it is, and begin to realize that although you may not have gotten a high school certificate, so long as you could read and write and you know how to count and go on a computer and whatever it is, the world is yours. You have just as much opportunity as the fellow who have a degree or whatever he have while he's being complacent as ever. If you look around you and you see what could be done, in spite of the fact that you didn't get your high school certificates, whether you want to go and sell vegetables, right? That was the business that never closed down during COVID or whatever it is. While the man who might have had his fancy stereo shop that had to close. The point is, young people, right, and old people, like, you know, some of these people and them who 40 years old and older, stop tripping up the people and them with all your functional sickness brain and about all your old head ways of thinking and the worrisomeness that all they was worrying about. The world has changed. It is time for you to learn how to have personal courage and understanding. The young boy and the young girl who didn't finish school, they could figure out what kind of business they want to get into to serve the needs of the people. And if they do it with honesty and an abiding faith in the Lord, they are going to be able to become a successful business person 4 years from now, because they are understanding what it takes to be able to start a business and turn a profit honestly and not get shot by somebody who have to run you down for your money. Now here's another point I want to make. I keep calling and saying, the people, the African people, the beautiful people who live in certain communities like Belmont, Laventille, Mova, and East Port of Spain, and wherever, you have to begin to create your own economy. Yep. Stop behaving and believing that you have been left behind because you didn't get your high school certificate and your 5 GC passes. Stop it. How are we going to create our own economy? This is what. Right now in Port of Spain, a female cannot even walk the street after 6 o'clock to feel safe. Sometimes even in the day they don't feel safe. So the first thing we have to do is we have to forget about the police, because like they have abandoned us. But they will be able to do whatever it is they do. Let me just tell you something. You all don't even understand what are the real functions of the police. The police is there to serve a certain kind of colonial system. Okay, they're not there for us. That is why when certain big papi who is pushing the agenda of the colonial masters, that is why they have security with them, so that when something happened to them, the police is right there. When something happened to us, we're waiting for them to come, and sometimes they're not coming. So the point I'm making is, maybe we have to create our own security. We have to take young boys and young girls who have energy and who are now, they have nothing to do, and create employment of a sort for them. This way, we have young boys and young girls on bicycles. There are people all over the world who will, Trinidadians and West Indians all over the world, they will send bicycles to Trinidad. We don't have to buy the bicycles. And the young boys, who's about 18 years old and employable, we will give him a uniform, a jeans and a very bright colored jersey, and the female. And what they will do is they'll ride up and down after 6 in the evening, and all through the night on a night shift, they'll ride up and down. Richmond Street, right up and down Henry Street, right up and down Edward Street, all the way up to the Savannah, so that we could go back to the days when people used to come in Port of Spain with their family and feel safe and walk and go and watch in Batter store and Woolworth store and wherever. As soon as 6 o'clock comes, nobody feeling safe in Port of Spain. Even the business community is going to buy into that. And the very females who need the exercise, who work in wherever they work in, they will be able to walk and come in town, and they could contribute $5 a month or whatever it is, so that the individuals who is doing the human service to pull the wagon straight could fix the situation. How long are we going to go on knowing that this problem is existing and we're not coming up with a solution? Here is a solution. Create our own economy. Sort out the problems. Stop waiting on the mayor and them to fix it for you. They're not going to fix it. Fellas, do you understand what I'm saying?
We understand what you're saying.
Well, this is what we have to spend time discussing at least half an hour into the show. Delegate half an hour to say, here is what are we going to do? What suggestions do we have? I have just given you suggestions. It doesn't take any set of money. There are individuals who have cars that still work. There are uncles and aunties who are old enough and they are very committed to making this place be what it used to be. Auntie and uncle will be able to get a car donated there. They will come in the evening to work. They will be paid a minimum wage forever. It is going to be buying, it's going to be beneficial, it's going to work. And they will get into the car and they will drive out there in night shift. And if you want torchlight for them, every hardware in Trinidad is going to send a torchlight. So auntie will have a torchlight and uncle will have a torchlight. But the presence in the street and the more people we have on the streets is the safer it's going to be, because we are the government. We are the eyes and ears of everything. So let us spend half an hour every Saturday discussing how are we going to fix this thing properly and begin to have respect for one another and everything. Half an hour. If you spend half a pride, how much change you're going to be able to bring about.
All right, caller.
Gentlemen, that's all I want to say.
Thank you so much.
You can comment and ask me any question you want to.
Thank you so much for your contribution, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution. So we're going to continue taking the calls because we have a lot of calls on the line. So let's continue taking the calls. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Welcome back.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Imagine the thing that you're going to spend $7 million on celebration, right? And so many different things that money could be utilized in, but you're offering 4%. You have these papaya people. That money could be utilized in so many other areas, right? So, right? And this is the kind of government that we have. And if I have people now who come on here every Saturday, I want to spend 2 hours or just spend whole half day talking, and every election they put in them back. Thank you.
Thank you so much, caller. Kingsley, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, gentlemen.
Yeah, man. Good afternoon.
What's up?
I want to join in earlier by saying that parents are crying. Books are very expensive to buy. And if we continue with that behavior, where we go with it? So every year as we speak is a different book. Because long time I know I use my brother's book, and my brother use my sister's book, and my sister use book. What about that? How that throw out of the window just so? Oh, every year is new books you have to buy. And new lists, this has to stop. And you are right. All schools, all classes, all desks supposed to have tablets or laptops in it. It shouldn't have to be carrying to school all these heavy books again. We too modernized for this. And they're asking why it came out of control. You know why it came out of control? People can't buy books. People can't buy food. People can't buy a school bag. People cannot buy. Look. I want to thank Jama, a citizen of this country, for helping these children in Laventil. And she spent a lot of money out of her own pocket as an old lady. And when you call certain councillors and certain MPs, they are saying they're under pressure and they're in power. Imagine Jama do more than my MP in Prosperity. Imagine Jama do more than my councillor in my area here. And I want to say this heavy, without calling anybody name. Leave Jama alone. I see an individual harassing Jama on the frequency. Jama is helping children, you know. Right cautious. Look, I know we went by her. For some no look again because her parents come and me crying. Tears in her eye. Tears. She can't buy books. I call PNM Jama. I say, PNM Jama, you have more books there. I can't call the MP. I can't call the councillor. And she say, come up. She now give me 6 notebooks for that lady to get books. Imagine you have 5 children, 7 children. And these books is 3,000, 5,000, 2,005, 10,000. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? And they're asking why mothers walking in store and picking up milk, picking up school clothes. Because of this government, we now spend millions of dollars just to make one man come in the country. One man, we spend millions for. We paint the whole savannah. We power wash the savannah. The savannah in power wash for about 2 years. Grass and cut in the savannah about 2 years. Morio Park was in a mess for 2 years. But when we went and clean up Morio Park for, and you know they pay overtime. They give the corporation overtime to clean up the Morio Park. Because why? One man coming to lay a flower in the Morio Park, so we clean up the whole Morio Park. Spend millions of dollars for one man to come in this country. And the book grant, Dr. Rowdy closed down the book grant for the children of this country. That's what he do. The PNM government of the day, Kamala put a policy for children to go back to school where the mothers can get a book grant. You know, Dr. Rowdy removed that boy. You know the blackest man in this country. Remove that. Or we, as a society, heavy and TC, could sit down and allow this to take place. It is time for we to stand up. It is time for we to go at Dr. Kitty Rowdy house, my house, your house, and demand for him to move out of there. Demand for him to move out of there. Because if Dr. Rowdy spend one more year in that house, running Savannah along the world, in my house, where his son-in-law living, and I tell him, I already remove that man from my house, you know. That man staying in my bed, in my room, drinking my water, eating my food. A big man like that cannot provide for his own wife. He has to go see my house. And I'm saying this as I close. How could we allow Dr. Rowdy to remove that book grant? That is why today crime is out of control. Killing is out of control. Because Dr. Kit Rowdy showed no love for the young people of this country. He only cares about his two daughters alone. Nobody else in this country. No girl again he care about. No woman again he care. He only cares about his two beautiful daughters who he loves dearly. I want to tell him this. I love the children of this country. I love the girls of this country. I love the boys of this country. And so if you love your two daughters alone, Dr. Roddy, we are coming to do the honorable thing, to use our constitution to ask you to get out of that house. And I sent an email to the president of Guyana. I also sent an email to tell them how the worst that black man is, you know. And I make a list. I want to thank the individual who helped me make a list for the last 7 years. What this man take away from the children of this country. Dr. Robbie, on the ball here.
Kingsley.
All right, Kingsley. Yeah, Kingsley. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon to you, Shishi, and good afternoon to you, Abby.
Good afternoon, Brooklyn.
And I want to say good afternoon to my darling Gemma. And I also want to say I don't want nobody calling this radio station and telling people about leave Gemma alone. Let them call me, they know my number. All right? Gemma is a big woman. And Gemma support the PNM. Gemma love keep Christopher Rowley, and that person just costly keep Christopher Rowley. Talk all kind of disgraceful thing about keep Christopher Rowley, but you love Gemma. You don't love Gemma. But when you come on the radio and you say calling no name, call name, because last week on this program I spoke about Gemma only defending the PNM, and Gemma didn't like why she only defending the PNM. But again, you just come and tell the whole of Trinidad and Tobago that the PNM is a waste and the
Brooklyn.
We're not going to waste time
wasting
on,
time on that.
personal issues.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
and Kingsley
Yeah,
and
let's do it like
whoever.
that. Not on the radio.
Yeah. We only have one Saturday and we cannot waste time
On that.
or a phone call on that.
Yeah, we
And
talking-
who say and them say
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they say. We
talking
cannot do
about
that.
Country business.
Yeah, we really apologize, right? And you know, this is nothing personal, but at the end of the day, this is the people business we do. We don't have 5 days to talk back and
Yeah.
so we can't even choose 1 hour, 15 minutes, or 5 minutes,
It's
or
a-
3 seconds to talk
It's
back and
four shows 5 days a week to
Yeah,
talk
we
bacchanal.
can't talk bacchanal.
Call them.
You understand?
Okay?
loving you out.
Love in the house, my brother.
I second that. Just what I'm telling you, we don't have no time to waste.
Yeah, we can't do that. We can't do that. With our respect and our
Nah,
manners
nah,
in
nah.
the same way, right?
But you know what I'm saying now?
Yeah, man.
You see, when they tell you the book where your son used this year, he better can't use it next year because it's not good for him. You know what I mean? It wasn't good for you better neither, you know. What are really teaching much now? The education system in Trinidad and Tobago, listen, I tell you, in the whole world, any developing country or country that don't develop already, does never depend on the parents when coming to producing new skills and technique to service the economy as at present level or to accelerate it. It's the education system it is depend on for that. You can't blame parents when they're taking with the job, the money, the everything, the school and lunch. Listen, I tell you, at a place they don't play with the children, the parents can be slack how much? Them have place for that. Now them kind of camp they have here, you know, I talking about place like home. And they will even school the parents and bring them back to a level which that they have to maintain the child because they don't play. It's the education system that does depend on for that. Now people, parents, that's what all and them is them have a clue what's going on. I telling you. When she and the Prime Minister saying that to put more strict measures on the parents, how for not making it under this kind of pressure? That we paying pressure on them for not making it under this kind of pressure, better? How we could be doing that and we supporting that at the end of the day? It's just why I'm telling you. This ain't good at all and people defending this. Me don't play them kind of talk, you know. At the end of the day, you know. Me don't play that, you know. How you gonna be doing this? And you accepting this? Only worse than evil, boy. Worse than evil. Only end will be so horrible, boy. Just why I tell you. Because only can't tell me. Only seeing this is wrong. Only can't tell me that big people, but only seeing this is wrong. All these children, everything you see happening out there with all them youths, is the education system produce this, you know. This is the education system product, you know. And don't feel it's just the male, the young boy and them busting up the gun, you know. Watch the children, the girls and them too, every year they're shipping out on the streets. It's them out here with a tattoo running. either for your eventual role in society, you have to work in the casino, work in anywhere that had a place model. I would have hired you for, you could have 15 passes, you had to go into a store. This would have for real, ain't seeing that, huh?
Yeah, you could be
When you
well
like to reach
educated.
fit and balance.
Yeah, man. I like that. No, he does only talk sense now. Let me tell you something, man. You could be well educated.
Yeah.
You know where your DMI is now? Over educated.
Yeah. You're overqualified.
You're overqualified for the position.
Yeah. And you have no experience.
And you have no experience. How are the hell you're going to get experience if you don't provide it?
Correct.
They are just leaving the opportunity open for somebody who is less educated, but somebody who knows somebody. That is what it comes down to, you know. Wow. Somebody who knows somebody who heavy send your daughter now, boy.
You see, when we go get this right, boy.
When?
When we go get this right, boy.
Tell the people that's go there with good intentions and heavy.
TC,
heavy people that's go there. The whole thing going right, left, right, left, right, left. And you know it's left, right, left, right, left, right. You get your education and where you understand this and heavy. The march, when you learn the march, you know it as left, right, left, right. You're going to the parade for the first time knowing it's left, right, left, right. But from the brigadier come right down, it's telling you now, when you get in that line, start with your right foot. It is right, left, right, left. Heavy. You are the only person who's going to be marching left, right, and they are going to get you out.
Correct.
Because everybody else in the parade fall into line. And it is very difficult for you to go there and try to change that, you know. Only to understand, you know, it will not take no one man to go in. That one man had to be from the top. That had to be the brigadier, you know, to stop the whole march. And who is going to be the brigadier to stop the whole march, heavy? That way you had to ask yourself. You go in there with your good intention. You're going to church every Sunday. You love the Lord. And you say, when I go there, I am going with the Lord and to change things. And when you reach in there, you have to choose between the Lord and the finances. You have to. And what most of us do.
Choose the finances.
Come on, heavy. Come on, heavy. You move from a...
Well, then this is a failed state.
But that is what... So you know that?
So you
know that? And you asking...
Our country had no hope.
And then you asking when will it turn around happen? Well, let me give you the answer for that today on national radio. Never.
Never. Good.
Never.
Well, then... We're not supposed to be done. We're not supposed to be slaves to the system then.
That is why certain people is not slave to the system. That is why, certain
gun shooting all over the place and doing all kind of things and doing all the wrong things.
Come on, it's a failed system. It's a failed system. That is why the criminal will do as they please. The politician will do as they please. The normal man will do as they please. Everybody doing as they please, you know, but here what happening when they're doing as they please. I pointing across so, and across so pointing at the neighbor across on the next side, and it going on and on with fingers just pointing at each other with nobody, because here why? If I fix my end, the neighbor ain't fixing their end, and then, so here what the hell was it that? I'm trying to do this shit and I run, everybody else doing what they want with the end. Yeah. It's down to the businessman, this one, if going against the whole grade.
Then this is a failed state.
But heavy it is.
But then you have to take a family and take a child and leave here.
But that's where you have to, so you know.
Then we have to take a family, take a child and leave here. So here, hand on minute again.
Heavy.
This is a narco state.
Heavy, this gone. It reached too far to turn back. And the more that they dig into is the more that they know that they could get out of it on personal gain. And it starts with just the normal man. Heavy, it starts with the man who could get 3 contracts. As he get...
It's not about personal gain.
It's personal gain.
Yeah, it's not about people no more. Not about anybody. It's just about personal gain.
Heavy, let me show how real it is. It starts with the man who sits behind this mic here, you know.
Yeah.
When he talks behind this mic, he's talking for personal gain.
Yeah. They're not talking to help nobody.
No!
Oh,
You feel he really care about Trinidad?
No, he talking about personal gain. He and she.
Yes!
Personal gain.
For personal gain. Them want the right person to hear them talking so they could eat.
Yeah. You hear my show today? You see I was talking about a real jam them today, no?
All I feel is
Or
joke.
they hear I jam them on the radio
Yes,
today?
all I feel is joke.
You understand?
All I feel is just so.
Okay.
It is all about the hustle. Go down on the port. Try to get a barrel. Is the man who bringing all the barrel and all trying to hustle you.
Yeah.
Right?
Anywhere you go.
Go license office. Try to get any document. The man who writing the tier weight and the NGW, the lowest man on the ladder trying to hustle you.
Before you go.
Anyway.
Before you go, you're shooting a call.
Who you know down there?
You know anybody down there? Link man.
So what you telling me about?
Every trainer that do that.
It is all about personal gain across the board heavy. Nobody studies how it's going to affect the other person.
No.
How you're going to trample the other person. How you're going to destroy your own future, your children. Here what you saying? You doing better for your children, so you don't care about the rest of children. Because you could shoot a call.
But the children them who they don't get the care rest who they don't care about.
And here we're doing.
They might come now and interfere with your children and
Yes.
take your children.
Yes. And
Or
yeah.
your children might end up in a situation with them getting kidnapped or
Boy,
them getting killed. Because
heavy.
of the same children that you say you don't care
You
about.
didn't care about them start to make it on their own in a different way now because your children going down the right road. Them other children that you make suffer going down the wrong road.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because for your personal gain, you make them suffer, them going down the wrong road. You know the whole circle going and come back
It's
and
going
hit
to
you.
come back at you.
The boomerang coming
The
back at
boomerang
you.
coming right back at you.
It coming back at you whether you like it or
Right
not.
now it's coming back on it.
But telling you.
Hoping that it's done before you can leave. I telling people here, right? Who all waiting for election 2025. I go and tell you something. We might have a country for you to go and have an election 2025. The way how things going right now.
Why?
There's no plan. There's no nothing. No, it's everything that's going like free fall. The ship, that ship just going all over wherever the breeze take it.
I beg to differ.
Let me just call us.
I beg to differ because I think they have a plan.
Oh, they want to destroy it and done.
Destroy it, done, and if they get a next chance, they just steal the next chance and go again. Don't get tired.
I'm asking TCM ask you a question. The personal gain,
Yeah.
right? How much is enough?
You don't always
Because if
greed.
you make it,
You don't always greed.
Wait, if you making so much money by the personal gain,
Right.
you're buying a Maybach Benz
Right.
for 5 million.
Right. Okay.
You get 3 million tax exemption.
Okay.
You're living in a mansion, you have building, you have house, you have yacht, you have 6 cars.
Yeah, and I
you
can
have houses
resign
in
now.
Miami.
I can resign now.
You
I have money to burn.
You have money to burn.
Right.
And you get next chance to go back, you go back and get more.
Yes, because enough is never enough when it comes to greed.
They're greedy.
But you can't be. I feel like I'm talking to a dung boy.
Nah, man.
When it comes to greed, it have no end.
So when it's done with it, oh, I say I didn't have a belly full. Oh, God.
It have no
Get
end.
somebody else a chance.
Yo, it will never done.
Nah, to see, but,
It have people that have money that they can. It have people that have so much money that 4 generations after that them could spend ridiculously,
And still-
live lavish, spend like if they're going crazy and still have money leave back. You know that?
Right here in Trinidad?
Right here. 4 generations, I telling you, after them, huh?
Wow.
So their children, their children, their children, and their children, right? Could spend lavish, live like billionaires, not like millionaires, and still have money.
And then they come in and say, the country has no money.
Okay. It have no money for you and me.
Correct.
It is what it is, I'm telling you.
Let's go back to the lines.
Hi, good afternoon, welcome. Hello, good afternoon.
TC and Heavy, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, good afternoon.
You know, if the people, if the citizens of this country do go through that chaos and problem to buy books right through, the printry and them will really make money. The friends and families of the politicians and them, they will make millions of dollars. That's not a born. We have politicians in this country that don't care about the people that vote for them. We have politicians in this country that will make it hard every year. Hello?
Yeah, we listening here, you know. We hearing you.
Yeah. Every year, they must give us a problem to find the money and buy books. Because let me tell you something. They know if I'm a see people or I'm working in UIP, it's very hard for them to spend $2,000 to buy them books. Yeah, them know that. Them do that calculation. And yet, still listening and do nothing about it. But what is more ugly and more sad to stomach is to see the people who have the responsibility and have the opportunity to be on radio, to speak on behalf of these things. They keep a blind eye on it. Thanks to this Week in Review program, the mothers and fathers of this country who cannot buy the books, they will hear somebody speaking on their behalf. Thank God for that. But how ugly and wicked and vindictive it is to be a citizen of your own country and the people, the political party you love and you appreciate. I have no problem with your love for your party. Cannot even recognize the children of the supporters need assistance. They're not even sitting down and recognizing that. How sad that is. And how ugly that is. I want to ask the talk shows on them, not just from 91.9, from all them other radio stations that just say great is the PM. What about the people on them who undernourished today? A piece of cheese, a little square block of piece of cheese, to get a nice piece of cheese to buy 5 children. You have to pay 40 something and $50 for that. One okra is $1 today, and $23 for a pound of tomatoes. $1 for a pepper. Bygone is $14 and $15 a pound. To get 1 pound of peas, now, you have to pay $13 for that, mothers and fathers. What you all feeding on your children? All those young guys and them today see protesting all over the country. Their mother and father voting for them for 60 years. And the system just making it harder and harder for them to live a comfortable life. I want a mother that work in UIP that getting $1,400, not even $1,400 a month. When she get her $600 fortnight, not a week, a fortnight.
Wow.
How can she make grocery? When she have to travel, she have to spend $5 to reach on the road and then $6 to reach on St. Margaret. So it cost she $24 morning and lunchtime in passage. When the week up, she have no money. When the fortnight up, she pay she bill, she have no money. And we have people on radio who supposed to stand up for these people and say something on their behalf. They still say something on a political party behalf. When taxpayers' money, we buy the food for the politician. We pay for the car for the politician to go to drive it. They and all the family. We pay everything for them. And they make it hard for us. They make it hard for us. Let me tell you something again. For the 60-something years the PNM in power, the East Indian people became multi-millionaires. They could see about their children for generations. The Chinese have the opportunity. The Syrians have that opportunity. The only people who don't have the opportunity, 65% of the population are not voting for the PNM for 60 years. And we're not recognizing that. Them Indian mothers and fathers can buy books for the children. 12,000 children fail the exam. The common entrance. Those mothers and fathers and them that buy books for the children, see the children fail. And they can't use that book for the one that's coming up. You know why? Because the politician have an Indian friend with a print tree. They have to make money. They don't have money, you know, but they have to make money. Mothers and fathers, stop that illiterate way of thinking. When you motivate and inspire your children to do good in life, they will let you have. When you do things to degrade your children and make sure they reach nowhere in life, if you ain't get an opportunity with the party that you love, it will be harder for them to get that. All them people, all them used to see saying bring back with scrap iron. Their mother and father voting for the PNM. What your mother and father ask them, mommy, daddy, auntie, and uncle, your choices making it so hard for me today. Your choices making it so hard for me today that I cannot find my children. And that is what happening in this country. And then they sing a song and tell me, to let me so they take good care of me. Only the PNM has a plan. Service to the nation. I see in that service. I see in service for the nation, but mostly for the Syrian and Indians. And nothing for the African. That bad. Trinidad and Tobago, teach all the children. Teach all the children to read and to be wise. Be constructive. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kunji.
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Tell Kunji movie Kulia ask some of the radio.
Wow. What an educated contribution there.
That's an educated contribution.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Now, you see the thing in Trinidad here? For me, right now, I find the pandemic is of non-thinkers. People who just not thinking. That is the pandemic that we're facing for the longest while in this country.
Correct.
Because you telling me, right, as a state, we deciding to let Peter pay for Paul and shut down this crap iron thing for 6 months. But when these politicians come and accuse each other and mismanage the money in this country, we're not shutting down nothing for no 6 months so that none of them wouldn't benefit. So that when this one decide, all right, he sell this one the vehicle that they get without paying the tax. Nobody in pay for Paul and say, well, all right, we're shutting down this thing. Or they pay the full price like every other citizen. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. Or they're still enjoying everything, every single thing the nation has to offer. And coming at this population on top of their house and talking a bag of rubbish. I am yet to understand why no one was held accountable for what take place in Petrotrin. But we run down Mr. Kevin Clark for people who decided to go and carry the money for the man. The police had not one report on Mr. Clark. What about the other susus that was taking place? People need to start thinking in this place, because the place is going to get so much static inside of here. But we will get just what we deserve because many of us don't want to stand up for one another. Once it in reach home is not no problem. Exactly. You understand? And that just we going about our lives. We don't care about nobody in this country anymore. Nope. So once it doesn't affect you, boy, we good to go. We will watch the police do whatever. We'll watch the politicians do whatever. And everything is honky-dory. Why we doing ourselves that in this nation? These people is human too, and they're not immune to making mistakes. We just running behind these politicians regardless of what they say, big adults, and then we want to come down on the youths and blame them. For what? For what they're seeing taking place?
Exactly.
That is what they have been seeing taking place. What example have we been setting for them? What example at the top as adults have we been setting for these youths? Say whatever we feel, do whatever we feel. Once they have the money and the connections, we can afford to get away with it.
Yeah.
But gentlemen,
It's a
I
free
really
fall.
hope that the way that you all think will start to become contagious in this country, because we have plenty of adults just refuse to think.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I trying to understand for what reason, Dan? What is the reason? You think that you and your family will be in a better place? And as always shared earlier on, when it is we disenfranchise so many other beings in this nation, what you feel, you and your family going to be living in some kind of force field bubble that nobody cannot enter?
Can't come here. Yeah. You didn't realize you're putting up your own family.
Yeah, exactly.
Telling
and
you.
Damian Mali said it. Hunger is going to climb over some of the wall.
Yeah.
Hunger is going to climb over the walls of some people who feel they have it all together.
Yeah. When you feel you better than people, what you did here is all you did there is you put a target on your back.
Yeah, that is all that going on. And these politicians continue to get a set of kicks. Just a set of kicks in parliament. This one who talking about, so what if the thoroughly get a horn? That is irrelevant.
Yeah,
so many people
irrelevant.
getting horn all over the country. That is what the UNC want to run with. At least he didn't kill the woman or try to kill the man if it is so. You understand? But we too much games in the country, and they're spending a lot of times on the most trivial matters. Why we haven't arrested politicians in the midst of all the allegations?